Jaxon, finally we've got a Ferrari. In fact, we've got two Ferraris back in the Australian GT Championship again. Is it still sort of something magic, something special about driving a Ferrari?
Yeah, look, definitely. Obviously, it's amazing to have the Ferrari 296 here with the Rise Racing GT, and I think it's awesome to see them on the grid, but it's even better to be driving one, and it's such a special feeling. We're all here and in the red, the iconic Ferrari red, but been a pleasure so far, and really enjoying my time.
So tell us a bit about the car. This is the first, this current state-of-the-art GT3 Ferrari that we're seeing around the world. First time we've seen it in Australia. Tell us about the car. Tell us what it's powered by and what it's like to drive.
Yeah, look, it's a beautiful car to drive, and it's something that we're still all starting to learn about and understand its electronics and things like that. But with the turbo-powered engine and things like that, it's something new for me. But no, really enjoying it. A lot of things to change, a lot of setup improvements, I think, from the previous generation. But plenty going on behind the wheel as well. But such a pleasure to drive.
So how different is it to some of the other things that you've driven?
Yeah, it's very different, I've come from a GT racing background as such, but in the Porsche. So, very different being, mid-rear engine, turbo-powered, obviously no flat six like the Porsche, and also the Supercar, very different. That big V8 in the front of it, this is a lot more agile, a lot more aerodynamic, and, really enjoying my time behind the wheel. But it's a pleasure to drive, and it's certainly something that takes a lot of confidence to build up to.
You're going to jump out of this, and next week we're going to see you. You're going to be in New Zealand, back in the supercar again. Tell us about the difference in driving them. I mean, when you jump into the supercar again, is it like, whoa, hang on a second, this doesn't break quite like the other one?
Yeah, it's definitely like that, like the supercar is very raw in the way it delivers its lap time and performance, no ABS, no traction control, very little downforce, unlike the Ferrari here, so it takes a little bit to adapt and get back into the groove of things in either car, jumping from one to the other, but this Ferrari is a pleasure to drive, and I do like the aerodynamics and how fast the corner speeds are, especially here at Phillip Island, but not too much of an issue jumping between the two.
So coming up at Taupo next week, do you know much about the track? Have you had an opportunity to have raced there in the past, or is this your first time?
It's actually my first time racing in Taupo, so it's pretty interesting being a Kiwi but never raced at Taupo. Really looking forward to it. I snuck over there a couple of weeks ago to learn the circuit and understand, its little challenges, and I think, we're on for a pretty wild and rough weekend, I think. A lot of tired legs, so we'll be working hard behind the wheel, but, going to be awesome to be back in New Zealand and have that home crowd advantage.
What about the rest of the year with the Ferrari team here, with the Rise Racing, and plans for the future? I mean, is there long-term plans to perhaps do some Asian races or something, or are you just going to concentrate on the Australian series?
Yeah, look, I think at the moment, we're still finding our feet here. We want to, tick some boxes before we start thinking elsewhere. I joined the program because I know that the guys have the same mindset as me. We want to grow, we want to get bigger and better, and first we, like I said, got to tick some boxes and find our feet, get comfortable, understand how the car works and what it requires to go fast. And I think we've got all the right ingredients to make sure it's a strong package. So who knows what the future holds, but it's certainly something that I'm looking forward to.
And nice and warmed up for the Bathurst 12 Hour next year.
Yeah, definitely. I was not upset that we weren't racing these at the Bathurst 12 Hour because I was racing there anyway. But, I think this car at Bathurst, at least from what I've felt so far, is going to be a pretty cool combination, and I can't wait to get there later this year.
Well, as I said, great to see a Ferrari back in the series again. It does add a certain amount of of je ne sais quoi, I suppose, to the event. Good luck for the rest of the weekend and for the rest of the series, and also good luck with the supercars. For now, thanks for joining us in pit lane.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks very much.